100%. Nene, the screen. Wall.
On that one, not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just...
Misses the three. Wizards trail by 8. It's Nene, high post. Pass to Clark. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Beal. Averaging about 19 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over. That their plan was to run their offense through Mirotic. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks, Doris. Now, here's Wall. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. To the inside, here's Nene. Makes it off the glass. Nene's got his first 2 points of the night.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
What a game we've seen here for Rush. He already has 10 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Scene has real...
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Rush. Here is Wall. Outside Williams. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Out to the right wing. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Rush. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Wall. Shot from 12. Gibson with the steal. Livingston passes to Rush. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Mirotic. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Back to Wall. Williams sets a screen for Wall. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Wall's got his second basket of the game.
And really, Wall is a master at knocking shots down like that.
Livingston kicks to Rush. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one, and so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
Yeah, and the officials on the floor will make the final determination after reviewing the footage from the NBA's replay center. And we can follow along. We see what they're seeing.
Yeah, And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Bulls out front. They lead by 11. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center.
Respect this here. Check. I realize this.
And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, my follow through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she, then for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Freak comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Butler in for Tony Snell. So for Chicago, the big men are Gibson and Noah. And it's Rush in at the 3 slot. The Wizards shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
And he makes both free throws. The Bulls leading by 13. Rose dishes to Rush. They get it back. Rose against Wall. Goes back up. And Rush kicks to Rose. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Well, these are the players you don't want to give any space to beyond the arc right now. The best long-range shooting guards in the past 10 games. Second, Jimmy Butler.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
Well, when they're shooting the percentages they shoot, I mean, you never want to see these guys passing up an open look from beyond the arc. I mean, they're firmly in the let-it-fly zone. All systems go with them.
The first one falls.
Another trip to the stripe for him. And I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Mirotic is checked in for Noah. And it's Livingston in for Derrick Rose. Here's Wall. 6 points for him. To the paint. Here's Clark. That's short off the rim.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Nene.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Freak. He's getting around 28 points per, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
And he makes the first. That one is no good. Wizards trail by 16. And Beal kicks to Dudley. The quick look, no good that time.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 48 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
The Bulls leading by 16. The dish to Mirotic. Freak with it. He's got 19. The feed now to Gibson. Bulls moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. From the line, they get the rebound.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Bulls have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. Wizards trail by 18. Nene, the screen. Over in the corner, Dudley. Jumper off the screen. The rebound by Gibson.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
Well, a lot of tough teams in this league. Here's where Washington sits right now in the rankings. Second in opponent points per game, fourth in points off turnovers. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And going back to their points allowed ranking, they slowed the game down, forcing opponents to score in the half court. I mean, if you can score at all, really suffocating you on defense.
Kicks to Nene. Down low, Clark. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Wizards sitting there 4 spots below.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
Looks that way to me. I mean, this is a team that appears perfectly primed for a deep run into the postseason, as long as they don't suffer any unforeseen injuries or setbacks.
Gibson with the screen on Dudley. Butler kicks to Rush. And it's Nene with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And then jammed down as he goes right over Taj Gibson. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
6 to shoot. Rush the pass to Mirotic. They swipe it. Dishes to Clark. Here's Wall. Another one falls for Washington.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Livingston kicks to Rush. There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Nene dishes to Dudley. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Dudley's got 5 points so far. The Bulls leading by 16. To the paint, got a piece of it. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And Gibson sends it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
One shot. One shot.
That's good from Rush. There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Wall passes to Gortat. From deep, Neal. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter. on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Bulls lead by 18. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
All right, fellas, great job in the early going, but we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. We're in a great spot, and it's because of the defense we've played. Keep up that intensity, and they've got no way back into this game. On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You've set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm.